Buffett once said, "If you can't find a way to earn income even while you sleep, you'll work until you die." When you're eating bread in your rented apartment, a system interface suddenly pops up in front of you. Congratulations, you've been bound to the tycoon system. Starting now, you'll get 10 times cashback on every purchase. But after 24 hours, all your account balances will be reset to zero. Happy spending. You suddenly sit up in a panic. You immediately pull out your phone to check your wallet balance. Your paycheck just came in this month. After paying rent, you have 2,000 yuan left. With a tap of your finger, you top up your phone with 2,000 yuan. Detected a 2,000 yuan transaction. 10x Cashback. 20,000 yuan has been credited to your account. You rub your eyes in disbelief. The system really works. Suddenly, you remember a live stream you watched last week. Making money doesn't always mean labor. Build up your passive income. You can make money just lying down. A crazy idea suddenly strikes you. That is, within 24 hours, turn that 20,000 into an automatic money-making machine. But right now, 20,000 as your principal is still too little. It's not enough to invest in anything. You must first increase your startup capital. But your balance will be zeroed out in 24 hours. You can't just blow it all on livestream gifts. That's like feeding meat buns to a dog. Once it's gone, it never comes back. What can you turn into cash? It's 11 p.m. now. You go out for a walk. All the stores are closed. Your eyes glance over your computer. That's right, you realize. In-game currency can be sold to other players, and you can make large deposits. You quickly open the game. Without a second thought, you deposit all the 20,000 you just got. Every last cent goes in. Your bank account has received 200,000 yuan. The money is in. But you're not even happy. Because if you do nothing, your account will get reset to zero. You don't want to go back to those miserable days. With sweaty palms, you keep depositing madly in the game, while frantically planning your next step. Your bank account has received 2 million yuan. Your bank account has received 2 million yuan. Watching your account balance surpass 2 million, you grab your phone and instantly transfer 2 million to your best buddy Skinny Monkey. The phone immediately blows up. Whoa, Lei. Did you rob a bank or something? Cut the crap. Get to my place right now. This 2 million is a prepayment for your 24 hours of labor. You work for me now. My stepdad, 24 hours on duty. 2 million for your uncle. Wait for me, I'm flying over. 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. Your bank account has received 20 million yuan. Skinny Monkey arrives like a whirlwind at your place. The two of you get right to work. It's the middle of the night now. All the car dealerships and real estate offices are closed. You direct Skinny Monkey to go online and hunt for second-hand homes that are up for sale. DM each one individually. Add every single one you can find. Transfer a deposit right away to lock them in. Arrange to sign contracts and pay the balance first thing in the morning. You, on the other hand, open the Orange shopping app. You're precise with your calculations. Those brand new luxury goods in their packaging can be resold for at least 50% back. You excitedly enter the luxury store mini app, adding items to your cart like crazy. You sweep all the bags in the store into your shopping cart. Checkout, 1.55 million. Your bank account has received 15.5 million yuan. Current balance, 33.95 million yuan. The money's still coming in too slowly. You then charge into the official Head & Watch store. Even though these watches plummet in value the moment you leave the boutique, they're just insanely expensive. You start with the priciest ones. Doesn't matter which model. As long as there's stock, you buy right away. Nearly an hour of non-stop ordering later, 32 million is gone in a flash. Now your balance has soared to 321.95 million. Meanwhile, Skinny Monkey is crushing it too, closing deals on a total of 16 apartments. You're about to transfer payment, when suddenly your mind blanks out. You didn't negotiate all 16 apartments in a city, did you? Of course, where else would I buy if not a city? Did you forget to pay your brain cells? A city has purchase limits. Purchase limits, get it? How would I know? I've never been able to afford even a toilet my whole life. Who cares about purchase limits? Okay, fine, blame it on me for being dumb. Let's sleep first. We'll fight another day. The next morning, you shake Skinny Monkey awake. You tell him to run next door to H City where there are no purchase limits and buy property. As for you, you've got another plan. You tried buying Bitcoin and stocks, but the system counted it as not spending and refunded your money. Looks like financial products won't work. You have to look at real industries. You've got 320 million on hand now. Today's goal, spend money. The top law firm just opened at dawn. The receptionist didn't even have time to smile. Before your forceful presence overwhelmed everyone. You walk straight into the lobby. Your gaze sweeps across a whole row of senior attorneys' photos on the wall. You speak calmly. Today, every attorney in your firm. I'm booking for the whole day. The place instantly goes dead silent. The managing partner of the firm steps out of his office.
He just starts to say no.
But you've already given the numbers. Composed like you're just ordering breakfast. 200,000 yuan per person per day. From now until 11 p.m. Follow my instructions the whole time. I'll transfer the money right now. The room full of top lawyers is stunned. Then their eyes instantly light up. 200,000 for one day. Even for professionals at their level, that's wild. The managing partner is practically stammering from the shock. Sir, our firm currently has 75 available attorneys on staff. That's a total of 15 million. Are you sure you only need to hire them for one day? Today I'll pick 10 people, who for the next year will be on call from me at any time. Annual salary, 10 million each. Again, I'll pay up right now. The managing partner is floored. Although their top lawyers already make really good money yearly, it's possible to earn 5 million a year if they take enough cases. But 10 million a year? You can bet every layer here will take that gig. You decisively sign the contracts with the managing partner and pay up. Without wasting words, you start giving orders. 3 people, go to the lottery center. Bet on every possible outcome for every World Cup match. Pick win, lose, and draw for each one. Go all in 5 million for each result. Have 2 more buy every type of lottery ticket. Fill every possible number combination. The rest stand by for my next command. And prepare to review contracts for me. As soon as you give the order, the whole law firm shifts instantly into wartime mode. At this moment, a female lawyer dressed in a haute couture suit steps gracefully out from the crowd. Her chestnut curls fall over her shoulders, and her eyebrows and eyes are perfectly shaped. Her fingertips lightly rest on your cuff. Sir, I am Susan. Perhaps you need more private legal consultation. As she leans in, the scent of her perfume mixed with subtle hints slips into your nose. You suddenly jerk your arm back, so forcefully she nearly stumbles a step. You're in charge of the World Cup lottery purchases, right? Susan is clearly thrown off by your abrupt topic change and looks a bit stunned. Yes, but Susan obviously hasn't given up yet. She wants to climb up your social ladder. As a junior lawyer who's been working for 3 years, she knows her professional skills aren't as strong as others. 3 years without a promotion. She's on the verge of being cut at this top law firm. She knows all too well what that means here. So she has to find another way. Taking advantage of her youth, she needs to secure a backup plan. What's more, you're a handsome and wealthy backup plan. So she pushes her assets toward you even more, putting herself right in front of you. So why are you still standing here? Your voice cracks onto the floor like ice, smashing all of Susan's hopes. She forces a smile, about to turn and leave. You ask, what's your name? Susan's heart sinks to rock bottom. If you tell the firm manager about this, her career will probably end prematurely. She has no choice but to force out her name to you. Susan. You hear the first name, then turn and walk away without hesitation. Wow, what a figure. And such a perfect face. Susan. All right, as soon as the 24-hour countdown ends, I'll get her contact info from her firm's boss and ask her out for dinner.
Hehe.
But Susan has no idea what you're really thinking. She's still upset she didn't succeed in climbing aboard your ship, and now she's feeling dejected. Meanwhile, you're catching a cab to your next destination. Now you need to find a high-end place to spend your starting capital. After you get out of the car, a cold, dark gray, luxurious, fast-looking building stands right in front of you. You walk into this supercar flagship store that you never even had the courage to look into before. The Lamborghini flagship showroom. But your mindset is different now. You're confident inside, so your steps are steady. You calmly stand in front of a car, looking it over. The female sales rep walks over, with a professional smile on her face. But as her eyes scan your Uniqlo outfit, sweatshirt and jeans, and those Asics sneakers you've worn for 3 years, her smile visibly slips. Sir, are you here to look at cars? We have the full series of Reverie and Harry supercars available. Which models are you interested in? Do you have any in stock? If you want one right now, this display car is 8.5 million RMB out the door. You quickly do the math in your head. If you spend 8.5 million, that means 85 million. You actually do need a car to get around. And with your next investment plan, you'll still have enough capital. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Wait, you suddenly remember. City A has strict restrictions on gas cars. You haven't even entered the license plate lottery yet. So you can't register or drive one here. Might as well just buy a few more from next door, like that sideways driving EV. The saleswoman watches you stay silent for a while, and impatiently but politely reminds you, Sir, what's your budget? I can help recommend something suitable. You snap back to reality, feeling a bit awkward, and touch your nose. Your confidence drops instantly. Well, I'm just looking around. Not buying today. The saleswoman's tone instantly turns cold. Sir, if you're not buying, then looking around is just wasting time. We get a lot of customers in our showroom every day. And dressed like you are, no offense, but you probably can't even afford the down payment. Have you been watching too many short videos? Thinking you can just take pictures at a dealership for your moments and pretend you've bought a car? After saying this, she turns and walks off, not even giving you another glance. Instead, she starts making phone calls on her own. Hello, Mr. Wang. Our store just got a new model, the Fearless. It's almost the end of the month, and I haven't closed any sales yet. As our loyal customer, can you help out this time? You're not in the mood to argue with her, and you're just about to leave. When a beautiful woman walks over, her demeanor suggests she's a manager. Sorry, sir. She's new here. You're welcome to look around even if you don't buy. Which models are you interested in? Let me give you a quick intro. Sorry, I don't have a license plate lottery ticket, so I'll pass for now. That's no problem, sir. You don't have to worry about those details. We can recommend companies with fuel quotas for you. But the previous saleswoman finishes her call and sees you're still hanging around. She walks over quickly. Manager Chun, he doesn't have any money. Those are all just excuses. Don't waste your time on people like him. Xiaolan. Did you forget what I told you in the morning meeting about how to treat customers?
But
You don't want to waste any more time. You decide to cut to the chase and start spending your money right away. So you say, if you can get the cars registered for me, I'll take 10 of each model you have. Full payment, I'll swipe my card right now. The manager's expression instantly changes. Sir, are you sure? She's worked here for 7 years, worked her way up from sales to manager. But this is the first time she's met such a generous customer. Even if she's just triggered by the saleswoman, there aren't many people who can casually throw around 200 million. Literally just like that. She looks at you differently now, thinking he's handsome and young, and he spends big. All those previous bosses who chased after me were either bald or had big bellies. This one may dress simple, but his aura and generosity makes dating him not seem like a bad idea. Xiaolan, pour a glass of water for our guest. Xiaolan opens her mouth, but eventually turns around and walks away. Shanxi brings over the purchase contract. You review it and hand over your bank card, swiping it through the POS terminal. A 200 million yuan purchase detected. 20x cashback of 2 billion yuan has been credited. Current account balance, 31,569,500 yuan. Manager Chen thinks she's pretty enough, that you'll be the one to ask for her contact info. But after waiting a while, you give her not even the slightest hint. So she decides to take the initiative herself. Mr. Lin, will you have some free time later? How about we have lunch together? I'll give you a more detailed introduction to our car. You glanced up at the female manager. Her face was absolutely stunning. You watched as her eyes sparkled, with a faint smile at the corner of her lips. There was an inviting look in her eyes. Even someone like you who's been single all your life could understand. If I just nod my head, I could have dinner with her tonight. I think I'm overthinking this. But the invisible countdown is still ticking. Every second of the 24-hour time limit is slipping away. Every second wasted could send me back to my loser days. You forcefully push your desire back down. Only a hint of distance remains on your face. Your tone is completely flat. No thanks, I don't have time. Chanxi looks a little disappointed. She nods and doesn't ask further. She puts away the contract and hands you a business card. Congratulations on becoming a Lamborghini owner. Can I add you as a contact? So I can reach out to you later. You nodded. After all, you'll need to pick up the car later. After adding the manager's contact info, you push the door open and leave. The sunlight is blinding. You stand at the door and check your phone. 9:30, you take a deep breath. Then turn and walk into the domestic electric car store next door. In the showroom, there are a few cars on display. A salesperson greets you. Sir, are you here to check out the cars? Just looking around. Or do you have a specific model in mind? Which car do you recommend for ride-hailing here? For ride-hailing, definitely this model. 8 out of 10 ride-hailing cars on the market are this one. What about premium ride service? That has to be this model. It's spacious and comfortable to sit in. All the owners who do premium rides swear by this one. Order 5,000 of each. The salesperson stood frozen with his mouth open for a long time. 55,000? Are you saying 5,000 of each? Yes, 5,000 of each.
Sir.
Please wait a moment. I'll get my manager. 2 minutes later, a middle-aged man around 40 comes running over. Hello, sir. I'm the store manager. You just said 5,000 units? 5,000 ride-hailing cars. 5,000 premium ride cars. What's the total price? That's a total of 10,000 cars. The ride-hailing model is 100,000 each. The premium model is 210,000 each. Altogether, that's 162.15 million. If you pay by car, we don't have that many cars in stock. We'll have to schedule with the factory for production, right? Sir, what do you plan to do with so many cars? Building a ride-hailing army? No big plan. I just like them. Just want to buy a few for peace of mind. Just help me keep track of production. As you sit on the showroom sofa waiting for the contract, you pull out your phone to do some calculations. Rental for ride-hailing, 180 per day, 5,000 cars. Monthly rental income, 27 million. Premium car rental, 280 per day, 5,000 cars. Monthly rental income, 42 million. That's a total of 69 million a month in rental income. Yearly rental income, 828 million. For other people, these cars might not get rented out, and they'd depreciate. But for you, the cost is almost nothing. This is a sure win business. Manager Zhao walks over holding a contract. After you sign, Manager Zhao takes your card. He swipes it on the POS machine. Enter your PIN. Detected transaction, 1.6215 billion RMB. Current account balance, 17.5 billion. You stand up and head toward the door. The sunlight is blinding. You stand at the entrance of the car dealership. You glance back at the cars in the showroom. 10,000 cars. 2 weeks later, They'll become ride-hailing vehicles all over the country. Balance cleared to zero. You smile. Whatever zero balance it is. You start thinking what else you can buy. Something that's guaranteed to make a profit. Suddenly, a term pops into your head: unfinished buildings. You pull out your phone. You search for judicial auction listings in a city. Your eyes light up. I want to buy 3 unfinished buildings. Head to the intermediate people's court of a city now. I'll send you the 3 properties. There are auctions for all 3 this afternoon. Register for all of them. Mr. Zhang, are you planning to snap up all the unfinished buildings in a city today? You hang up the phone. Take a cab straight to the city intermediate people's court. 2 p.m. You're sitting in the auction hall. The law firm's director brings 2 young women who look like interns. They rush in, out of breath, clutching a stack of registration materials in their hands. Mr. Zhang, I've got everything clarified. The first is Gaoyan Finance 117 Tower, China's tallest unfinished building. It's been left unfinished for a full decade. The trickiest part isn't buying the tower. It's the many layers of debt disputes behind it. Before the auction, the relevant departments have already sorted out all amounts and debt origins. Total debt, 49.6 billion. Buying this tower should only cost less than 10 billion, so not much of an issue. We can repay the debts in full today. Oh, also help look for a construction team willing to take over. No bidding process. Let's try to finish payment today. Among my previous clients, there are top-tier qualified, state-owned construction teams. You can rest assured about their capability. Totally reliable. I'll have one of our lawyers contact them soon. Okay. The second building is the Huangjin Land Plaza, located in the Financial Core District. Every inch of land is precious. This is the 4th disposal attempt. The starting price is 7 billion. The price has been cut in half again and again. What's the main problem with this building? The original developer became a deadbeat years ago. The 2 largest creditors are banks. Construction has been stalled for 20 years. Related facilities built back then are already outdated and unusable. Mainly the follow-up investment required is quite substantial. Related authorities are also quite troubled by this building. They just heard someone was looking into it and contacted me right away. Said as long as you put up cash for supporting facilities, they will definitely monitor and fully cooperate with you. You flip open the 3rd file, Central Bay. As for this one, it's planned as top-level luxury housing. Besides debt issues, there's also a dispute over land rights. The legal team for this project reported to me that they estimate everything can be resolved within 50 billion. The auction's about to start. Let's try to buy them all. Reserve prices are set. Bidding begins. 117 towers pending project and corresponding land use rights. Starting price, 8.6 billion. Anyone offering 8.7 billion? The room goes dead silent. Looking around, none of the major groups present show the slightest interest. It's like whoever touches this tower loses money. Whoever buys it is throwing themselves into the fire. Number 88 bids 8.7 billion. Daring to bid for this building? Are they crazy? The market value and debt of this building almost cancel each other out. Isn't buying it just a waste of effort, geez? Maybe they have their own channels. Still not worth that much. Cinda just sold off that pile of bad debt, but he ended up taking it all back on loan. 8.7 billion final call, no more bids? Sold. Congratulations, gentleman with number 88. The moment the gavel falls, the room erupts. Most excited, the people sitting front row left. That's the local government disposal team, main creditor representatives, and a few small suppliers owed for 10 years. By this building. They almost spring from their seats at the same time, faces looking like people on death row, who suddenly hear they've been pardoned. Sold. Finally sold. A middle-aged man had more than 80 million in receivables held up. He was a concrete supplier for 117 tower back in the day. Had to sell 3 apartments to stay afloat. His wife almost divorced him. Right next to him, the female head of the bank's bad asset division. is much calmer, but her hands holding the phone are shaking slightly. She quickly messages the president. 117 sold. 15 billion. Recovery now looks possible. After that, she breathes a long sigh of relief, like a 10-year weight lifted. A bit farther off, a middle-aged man leans back in his chair, wearing a complicated expression. Relieved, happy, and yet deeply tired in ways he can't explain. The person beside him pats his shoulder. Old Zhang, you finally lost this burden. Further back, 3 representatives from construction companies in work uniforms stand up and high-five. One of them can't hold back his voice. I don't care who it is. Once the money arrives, I'll immediately pay my workers' wages. 10 years, 10 years. People around glance over, some understanding, others looking down on his outburst. But he doesn't care. However, in the midst of the wild excitement, another group stays remarkably calm. An investor with gold-rimmed glasses whispers to his partner, bidding 8.7 billion is one thing. But what's the strategy? What about the remaining whole? The partner says nothing, just slowly spinning a walnut with his fingers. 2 finance reporters exchange quick words. The female reporter asks, who is this person? Doesn't look familiar at all. Where did he come from? Nothing under his name shows any record of a real estate developer. Maybe he can't even build. The female reporter freezes. So he's a speculator. Buy and then flip it. Who would dare take over an unfinished building like this? If he doesn't finish construction himself, the tower stays an unfinished mess. The only difference is whose hands it's unfinished in. And for all this, you seem oblivious. At that moment, the venue's front screen shows the next auction property rolling by, Huangjinlan Plaza. Starting bid 7 billion. Unlike the suffocating cold silence during the 117 tower auction, this time as soon as the auctioneer finishes, someone in the front row on the right raises a bidding paddle. Number 68 offers 7.1 billion. Any higher at 7.2 billion? You look up? The bidder is a man in his 50s, with an expression so calm it's almost numb. Number 68 is named Lin Jianzhang. According to the documents, he's the head of the largest creditor bank for this building. Heard his HQ demoted him from president. Because of this building, the bank's headquarters is probably already fed up with this mess. Sent him to clean up their own trouble. Find a construction crew and finish the building. Thank you for your 7.2 billion bid from number 88 in the front row. Just as those words finish, the glare from the front row right cuts over like a blade. Lin Jianzhang turned his head, staring at you with a face full of disbelief. His lips parted slightly, as if he wanted to say something, but nothing came out. His eyes were a mixture of shock, confusion, and resentment, with a hint of an indescribable sense of grievance. And you seemed to feel his gaze, looking up to return a faint smile. That smile was very light and subtle. It wasn't provocative, nor was it showing off. It even carried a bit of apology, as if saying, I know you've waited a long time. I know you're frustrated, but please believe me. For a moment, Lin Jianzhang froze. His fingers rubbed the bidding paddle twice, his knuckles slowly turning from white back to a natural color. He took a deep breath and exhaled slowly. Then he placed the paddle on his lap. The auctioneer waited for 5 seconds. No one raised their paddle again. 7.2 billion, going once. 7.2 billion sold. The gavel fell. Lin Jianzhang closed his eyes. For 20 years, this building that caused him to be held accountable for 20 years was finally sold today. Even though he wasn't the one who bought it, and he didn't even know the young man's name.
He was willing to take a gamble.
The third building, the Citic Bay project, still had no interest from anyone else. You directly bid 15 billion to close the deal. The head of the law firm was trembling all over, slumped in his chair, his brain unable to process any further. The crowd instantly erupted. 30.9 billion for 3 unfinished buildings. Who on earth is this person? I bet he's a young master from some prestigious family. Look at that temperament, that composure. Could an ordinary rich person be like this? Or is he the younger generation of a film and television dynasty? That's also possible. Whoever he is, from today on, the sky in City A has changed. I can only look up to him. My goodness. This is huge, absolutely huge. This must be tomorrow's headline. 30.9 billion, a full 30.9 billion. One person swept up 3 unfinished buildings. Everyone was talking. Everyone was guessing. Everyone was asking the same question. Who exactly is that young man? But no one knew the answer. Mr. Zhang, exactly how much money did you bring? How does it seem like your money is inexhaustible? This is just the beginning. Let's go and pay. After you sequentially transferred the funds for the 3 buildings into the court's account, the system arrived as promised. Detected expenditure of 30.9 billion yuan. 10x rebate of 309 billion yuan has been credited. Current account balance, 295.6 billion yuan. The total debt for these 3 buildings is 160 billion. I've already transferred it to the designated account. The rest is up to you. Next, let's go meet the construction team. No problem, I guarantee the task will be completed. 2 p.m. 9 hours left on the countdown. You stood by the construction site gate, next to a row of blue and white portable cabins. The sign hanging at the door read, Engineering Office. Without much hesitation, you walked straight in. Mr. Zhang, long time no see. My client here has 3 projects. I wanted to ask if you'd take them on. Oh, how big are the projects? Big enough for the old director to come in person? The 117 Tower, the Gold Landmark Building, and Crescent Bay. What did you say? Could this boss be the mysterious man who caused a sensation in the whole city just now? By buying up all the unfinished buildings? Yes. Can we sign the contract today? My company doesn't have that much on the books. It doesn't matter. I'll pay you the full amount in advance. You don't need to advance any funds. 50 billion will be transferred to your account now. Organize your team and move on to the site tomorrow. 50 billion? 50 billion? Well, it won't actually cost that much. You aren't planning to inlay the toilets with diamonds, are you? Use the best materials. Hire more people. Since you're being so generous, I won't count the costs either. Let's sign the contract directly. After signing the contract, you opened your mobile banking app, tapped your finger a few times. Detected expenditure of 50 billion yuan. 10x rebate of 500 billion yuan has been credited. Spending 50 billion, Mr. Zhang. Do you really think these buildings can be rented out in the future? Once these 3 projects are completed, the monthly rent for the 117 tower will be about 350 million. The landmark building will be nearly 300 million. I'll turn Crescent Bay into high-end bachelor apartments. The tenants won't even have to leave the building. Food, lodging, and entertainment will all be top-tier services. The rent will be around 550 million. Altogether, that's a steady 1.2 billion coming in every month. To be honest, after 20 years in construction, this is the first time I've met a boss like you. 3 unfinished buildings, acquired on the same day, paid for on the same day, and starting work on the same day. You're about to rewrite the urban construction history of City A. You smiled slightly, saying nothing. At that moment, the law firm director's phone vibrated urgently. After listening to the report, he walked quickly to your side, his tone carrying a bit of unbelievable respect. Sir, it's all been settled. 5 million each on the win, draw, and loss for the World Cup matches. All scratch-off tickets across the city have been cleared out. All types of lottery numbers have been fully bet on. They have sent all the payment QR codes to the group, just waiting for your payment. Total expenditure is 3.75 billion. Good. I'll transfer the money to you. Have the accountants scan the codes one by one. It is now 3 p.m. 8 hours left on the countdown. Mr. Zhang, we finished talking about the unfinished buildings. I have an even bigger project. Go ahead. I want to build in Dune Country, the world's largest AI data center cluster, with a green ecosystem built on top. The construction will still be done by China State Construction. For Dune Country, you'd have to talk to the people over there. That's why I need you to help me contact the state. I want to donate 500 billion. See 500 billion to the state. Yes. The condition is for the state to step in and help me contact the Dune royal family. I want to buy a piece of land. Wait here, I'll make the call right now. Old leader, I have an urgent matter here. Yes, right now. Don't ask why. Just come over. The leaders of relevant departments, Deputy Director Zhou arrived with 2 others. The portable cabin suddenly felt a bit crowded. I heard you want to donate 500 billion. What are your conditions? The state acts on my behalf to contact the Saudi royal family. I want to buy in the Neom New City, a piece of land covering 2,000 square kilometers, to build an AI data center. The contractor will be China State Construction. China State Construction is fine, but you must first prove you have the funds you took out. Your phone, opened your bank card balance, and showed it to Deputy Director Zhou. All right, I will report to my superiors right now. He walked to a corner to make a call, and returned 2 minutes later. His expression had changed. The superiors have agreed. We already have people contacting the Dune countryside. We can proceed with the donation procedures now. You nodded. Deputy Director Zhou took a document out of his briefcase and pushed it across the table. This is the letter of intent for the donation. Please take a look. You scanned it quickly, turned to the last page, picked up a pen and opened your mobile banking app. Entered the amount, 500 billion. Pressed confirm. Detected expenditure of 500 billion yuan. 10x rebate of 5 trillion yuan has been credited. Current account balance, 5.2456 trillion yuan. You flipped your phone over, placed it face down on the table, and looked at Deputy Director Zhou. Can you help me contact Dune Country now? Deputy Director Zhou snapped back to his senses. His tone became 10 times more respectful than before. Mr. Lin, please rest assured. Within 10 minutes, the highest specification video conference will be active.
10 minutes later.
The screen lit up. The chairman of Neom New City and the head of Wang's assets, along with senior infrastructure consultants and Wang's legal counsel, all appeared on screen, all dressed in white robes, with identical expressions, looking on with arrogant scrutiny, as if looking at an upstart who didn't know his place. The chairman of Neom opened with cold sarcasm. Mr. Lin, you want to fund the construction of an AI city? Do you know why Neom ended up as an unfinished project? Because global capital is just selling pipe dreams. What do you have to compete with sovereign wealth funds alone? The royal consultant followed with a sneer. I heard you want 2,000 square kilometers of land. Do you know how much it costs to lease this land for 80 years? It costs 500 billion. I'm afraid you don't even have enough for the startup capital. You didn't explain. You didn't even give them a glance. You just picked up your phone, opened your mobile banking app. The balance, 5 trillion yuan. The faces of everyone on the Dune side changed slightly. The head of Wang's Asset Management Bureau quickly regained composure. His tone became even sharper. Tisk, it's just a temporary loan, right? Bridge funding to put up a front. It has to be repaid in 24 hours. We've seen plenty of these tricks. You still didn't argue. You just opened your mobile banking app, entered the temporary supervision account of the Dune National Bank, amount 500 billion yuan. Then you looked up. In a flat tone, the full payment of 500 billion has been sent. Can we talk seriously now? The entire video conference room went dead silent for 2 seconds. The AI technical consultant forced himself to speak. Even if you have the money now, the project will take 10 years to build. Can you guarantee that work won't stop for 10 years? Once oil prices drop and the global market fluctuates, will you run away? You looked at him, as if looking at an ignorant child. You opened your mobile banking for the 3rd time. This time, the recipient was set. To the Dune Land Management Bureau, amount 5 trillion yuan. Pressed your finger down. Everyone in the entire Dune conference room suddenly stood up. You leaned back in your chair. Your tone was like chatting about what you ate today. 10 times the amount. I want to buy the permanent title to this land. Now, tell me, will I run? No one dared to answer. The royal legal consultant's voice trembled. You spend all the money. What about the subsequent construction of the project? You're seeking your own destruction. You smiled slightly. You opened your phone for the fourth time. Bank recipient, China State Construction Group Co., Limited. Amount 50 trillion yuan. This was already an astronomical figure. Even 50 times the annual GDP of the Dune Nation. You pressed your finger down and spoke calmly. 50 trillion RMB in full cash. I have already transferred it to the account of state construction. This money is more than enough for 2,000 square kilometers of land to start from zero and build a world-class super city containing cutting-edge AI facilities. Do I look like someone who is going to die? Someone on the Dune side began to tremble. The entire video conference room was dead silent for a full 5 seconds. Prince Hamdan appeared before the screen. At some unknown moment, his voice was respectful to the point of trembling. Mr. Lin, the land is yours with permanent ownership. The national energy, power, and road networks are all open to you for free.
Dune.
Is willing to become your sole partner in the Middle East. Deputy Director Zhou collapsed into his chair in shock. While you spoke flatly. Sign the contract now. Start work in 1 week. The contract was signed. The moment the pen touched the paper, the other side of the screen sounded again with a synchronized salute. Their expressions could no longer be described as just respectful. It was the look of believers gazing at a miracle. Without looking further, after hanging up the video, the prefab house fell silent again. Deputy Director Zhou remained in his previous position, like a stone statue, staring at you with hollow eyes. His brain clearly had not yet from that 50 trillion yuan crush recovered. You looked down at your phone.
Exactly 8 p.m.
The row of numbers on the screen that only you could see was pulsing silently. 500 trillion yuan, 500 quadrillion. You didn't even know how to pronounce this number accurately. On the barren deserts and rocky wastes at the far western edge of Juzhou, in Shiwang Prefecture, stands the mysterious, unfathomable mountain of 1,000 devices. Legend has it that atop its highest peak on the summit called Xiantianyu, there is a mysterious portal, the gate to the heavens. Another decade has passed, and the gate to the heavens is about to open again. Master Wang, is the gate to the heavens really as dangerous as they say in the legends? You'd have to ask Feng Wush. Feng Wush, the former grandmaster of the demonic sect. Yeah, that's him. They say that whoever enters the gate to the heavens can access the legendary 10th outer heaven. It's said that in that mysterious land, live hidden masters in seclusion, with boundless magical power, they can reshape mere mortals' bodies, endowing them with supreme strength. Only those blessed by such fortune can truly become the supreme martial artist. Elder Wang, are you climbing to the top of Xiantianyu today? Let me live a few more years, please. For 100 years besides Feng Wush, all other challengers have died. That's Zhao Jing with his Qingfeng footwork. That must be Zhao Jing. He was chosen by the chief of Langya Pavilion, Master Wuzi, as the #1 movement technique, Qingfeng footwork. Elder Wang, is he really today's #1 martial artist, Zhao Jing? This kind of movement skill? Aside from Zhao Jing's Qingfeng footwork, who else could do it? If anyone today could climb to the top of Xiantianyu, it could only be Zhao Jing. Not good. What flawless technique. A sword-breaking move from the 9 deadly hands. Stay tuned for the next exciting episode. So those 4 demons just now were actually hidden within Wu Shangsu's illusion the whole time. No wonder I didn't notice. I was too careless. There's a saying in the martial world, better risk the halls of hell than cross paths with the 4 deadly array. Looks like it's a bunch of crap. Now that we meet again, you're still not making any progress. Has your demonic sect run out of people? Do you 4 guard dogs really think you can kill me? Tell your master Moju Yu to come in person. Maybe then I'll break a sweat. What? Chase him. He's been exposed to my bone-eroding powder. He won't last long. Amateur tricks. Big brother, his movement technique is too fast. There's just no way we can catch up. I'm nearly out of energy. If we push any further, we'll all collapse and fall off this cliff. That kid's energy seems endless. No wonder the rebirth stage has such a reputation. Retreat. The Grandmaster will deal with him. You need to be even faster. The 7 stars are about to align. The heavenly gate will open. I am definitely going to save my master. I'm about to. Trying to get away. Moju's ghostly escape skill. When did he get so strong? He can almost keep up with my Qingfang footwork.
Hey.
Hey, little brother. Haven't seen you in 2 months and you've gotten worse? Maybe it's time for someone else to take the number 1 spot. 2 months ago at Shaolin, those 4 guard dogs joined forces with this old demon. I handled them with ease. But today I got wounded in just 1 exchange. Definitely strange. When did Zhongtian Yu become a doghouse? The higher you climb, the more the dogs bark, looking for death. Next episode will be even more exciting. Where do you think you're going? Little brother. If you give up on entering the gate to the heavens and join our holy sect with me, I'll spare your life. These past 2 months, what kind of vicious skill has this demon cultivated? Those 4 mysterious people who kidnapped my master carried the same thing with them. No, it's too late. Trying to run. The gate to the heavens legend is actually true, Bai Yeli. Looking for death. Where am I? What kind of sorcery is this? Hey, are you crazy? Next episode will be even more exciting. Hey, are you crazy?
Who?
Is this the fairy from the outer heavens? Why is she dressed so weirdly? I saved up for 3 months, just to buy this second-hand medical pod. If I'd known you'd make such a fuss, I would have fed you to the sandwolves in the scrap heap. What's a medical pod? Miss Immortal, may I ask if this is the outer heavens? You don't have a fever. What outer heavens? Don't think I'll forgive you just because you call me a fairy. HMPH. So even after barely surviving the gate to the heavens, I still didn't reach the outer heavens. Oh man, where is this place? Zen Spirit Blade. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, you want this, don't you? If I hadn't stabbed this thing in your back, you would have died a long time ago. Actually, this knife looks pretty nice. Maybe I should just take it as compensation for my medical pod. What? Then, isn't that the gate to the heavens? So where the heck is this place? Why does the outer heavens seem so desolate? There's nothing remotely celestial about it. If this isn't the outer heavens, how can I find the immortals? How will I save my master? Hey, are you dumb or something? Excuse me, miss, where am I?
Hey.
This is the Fudafeng Junkyard, the lowest place in Shuang Prefecture where all the scavengers gather. Fudafeng? The West Wastelands of Juzhou? Of course. The Mechanica Empire. Juzhou's Shuang Prefecture. Absolutely authentic. The Mechanica Empire. What's that? Don't tell me you just fell out of that same copper door and landed on your head. Copper door? Besides me. Has anyone else come out of that copper door? Ow, let go. Just you and that see-through sword. But I've heard old cripples say, this copper door lit up 30 years ago too. Either way, since I'm here, I might as well adapt. I should figure out what's going on first. Who are you? Why did you save me? HMPH, my name's Liuli. Just a junk picker. As for why I saved you, I couldn't just watch a living person bleed to death on the trash heap, could I? What are you staring at? This is top shelf stuff I borrowed from the medical station. Turn around. You said just now this door lit up 30 years ago too? Stay tuned for the next exciting episode. That's what old Cripple said at my house. He said the copper door lit up 30 years ago too. But he didn't say if anyone actually fell out of it. He didn't mention it. How is your wound so deep? What else did this old cripple say? He said that night he saw people from the Mecha cult heading towards that copper door. Mecha cult? Did you really hit your head that badly? The Mecha cult is the holy order of the Mechanica Empire's Qingfeng. They believe flesh is weak, and machines are eternal. Their doctrine claims the human body is a prison, and only through modification can one become close to the gods. But if you ask me, none of them are good people. It's said that after the sect was exposed 30 years ago, a mysterious saint appeared in the cult. But no one has ever seen what they really look like. The old cripple said that after that night, the cult tripled the number of patrols guarding the sect. The demon cult has over 100 million members.
Tough.
Sect leader Feng Wush also entered the Knock Heaven Gate 30 years ago. Could he be that so-called saint?
Hey.
It's done. Oh no, those tin hounds from the mech cult. How did they find this place? Searching by order of the cult. Hand over the one transferred from the sect. Leave it to me. Are you crazy? Even the regular soldiers of the mech cult have ironbone mastery. Their bodies are as strong as wild oxen. You're asking to die. You're looking for me, right? The bishop wants to see you. What the heck is a bishop? He says he wants to see me. So I have to go? Is this guy tired of living? How dare you? You're asking to die. Not just here in the Western Wasteland. Nobody in all of the 9 provinces dares disrespect the bishop. Well, now someone has. Broken blade technique. So this is your so-called ironbone mastery? That's all it is. Trying to run? Spare me. How did you do that? You're just an ordinary person, not even modified. And you actually killed 3 ironbone level fighters. Is that so strange? They're so slow. And the joints in your armor are full of weak spots. You're incredible, man. Amazing. How are you so strong? Next episode will be even more exciting. It was sent by the Iron Cavalry Centurions for scouting. Seems those dogs managed to send a distress signal before they died. Not far behind the Iron Cavalry Centurions, a small contingent of Imperial troops is bound to follow. We'll just kill them all. They have grenade launchers mounted on their arms. One shot can level half a street. Do they really think they're gods? Leave now if you don't want to die. Go through the tunnel. It connects to the abandoned mines below. These beasts... I've only lived in this house for a few days. Looks like I'll have to crash at old Limpy's place for a while again. What kind of magical artifact is this? Why does it glow on its own? Hey! This is a high-powered flashlight. Can you stop asking such moronic questions? One more question, please. What did you mean by iron bone strength just now? You don't even know that? In our world, martial artists are divided into 6 realms. Iron bone, rigid pulse, spiritual pivot, celestial origin, infinite, and formless. Iron bone strength is just the entry level. It involves embedding blades into your bones and installing gear mechanisms. To reach rigid pulse, you have to bury copper wires in your meridians. It allows you to burst with triple the internal energy using mechanical force. What about the spiritual pivot realm? That's the watershed. I've heard people say that you must go to a place called the Crucible Abyss. Only those who come out of there alive are qualified to advance to the spiritual pivot realm. Why is that? Where on earth are you from? How can you be so ignorant? And your clothes are so strange. All right, that's enough. I'll explain it to you again. People nowadays rely too much on machinery and technology. Without machines, they can't even lift 100 pounds. Someone like you, who can punch through iron bone armor with pure flesh and blood, is simply a monster. Actually, half the credit goes to this Zen blade. Rumor has it this blade was forged from meteorite iron. It cuts through iron like butter. Seeing it today, it truly lives up to its reputation. Oh, really? This blade looks like something from our world. It feels completely out of place with your outfit. We agreed just now that you'd use it to pay for my healing pod. One should repay a life-saving debt with everything one has, especially since it wasn't mine to begin with. I was just teasing you. Since you're handsome, I'll let it slide this time. But you owe me a favor. I wasn't finished earlier. an average person's body cannot withstand modifications and upgrades at the spiritual pivot level. That's why the trial at the crucible abyss is necessary. But out of 10 people who enter, you're lucky if one comes out alive. So there aren't many masters above the spiritual pivot realm. I feel like someone like you wouldn't even need to go to the crucible abyss. You're practically the chosen one. Back in my hometown, lifting 100 pounds with bare hands is a basic skill for martial artists. So people where you're from can shatter stones with a palm strike without relying on machines? Where exactly are you from? How have I never heard of such a place in the 9 provinces? Wow, this is too exaggerated. Our place is also called the 9 provinces, and we also have the Western Wastes. But I really can't explain it clearly right now. Also, the 9 provinces? Is there a machine called there? Every world has its own rules. Stay tuned for the next episode. We're finally almost there. Quick. Mama, that's Iron Ink City. The machine cult's headquarters is in that gear tower in the center of the city. So this is the world behind the Haotiang Gate. Hey, what are you talking about? Let me tell you why I came here. Little Red, come on down. Have a few drinks with this old man. I still can't hide anything from you, you old geezer. What trouble did you stir up this time? What do you mean, trouble? From the hands of Mo Ju Yu and his 4 dogs, I rescued Master Jukin of Shaolin. Master, you should stay out of the affairs of the martial arts world. Old man, there's something I've always found strange. Your martial arts are unfathomable. Even I, supposedly the top martial artist, can't last 100 moves against you. But why is it that in the martial arts world, no one has ever mentioned your name? My master taught me martial arts, never for the purpose of getting involved in the messy affairs of the martial arts world. Then why do you never mention your sex past? Except for every 10 years, when you take a long trip alone. I've never seen you leave this village. It's time I told you. I suppose you've heard the legend of the Heaven's Gate. May I ask if this is the residence of Senior Zhao Si? Who are you people? Who we are isn't important. Our master would like to have a word with Senior Zhao in person. Thank you. Master, stay tuned for the next episode. Master. Old man. You've still got it. I haven't seen you fight for years. I thought you'd gotten rusty. I was worried for nothing. Now, are you willing to say who sent you? Hero Zhao's rise in the martial arts world over the past few years has been breathtaking. As expected, he has such a profound and reclusive master behind him. The master was indeed right. It seems the 4 of you really enjoy being dogs, calling him master every second. Arrogant. Senior Zhao, come with us. Master. You mean those men in black? Each wore a strange sapphire device on their limbs, and their strength surged after it glowed. Yes, in our world, except for my master. I wouldn't dare claim to be number 1, but I truly had few rivals. But after that gem glowed, both my master and I were subdued in a single move. You must realize my master's power is far beyond mine. I'll help you ask old Limpy when we get back. He knows a lot of things. Then, what is that iron bird? Not good. A machine called Scout Drone is here. These tin dogs are so annoying. What do we do? There's no way out. If we're targeted by these drones, we definitely won't escape. What are you doing? Help, they're shooting. Can you fly? This is too insane. This is called Qinggong. Which way? Left, turn left. There's an abandoned drainage pipe over there. It leads into the city? It's right here. After your master was taken. How did you end up here with us? Because my master mentioned the legend of the Heaven's Gate. At that time, Heaven's Gate, which is what you call the Bronze Gate. They look the same. Later, stay tuned for the next episode. No wonder when I found you in the scrap yard, there were knives stuck in your back. But why would they try to stop you? I don't know why either. Stop. It's right here. Actually, we shook off the drones long ago. You could have put me down ages ago. You didn't remind me. That's old Cripple's house. What a disrespectful little brat. Always calling him old Cripple. Is this what I taught you? Uncle Tai. Doesn't everyone call you that? He's not from around here. Uncle Tai, he was transferred here from the same sect 2 days ago. I saved him. His name is Xiao Jing. Come in. He came from over there. Is he related to that person from 30 years ago? Give me one good reason to answer you. Uncle Tai is still injured. Always taking outsiders' side. Uncle Tai just wants to see if you've been altered. Absolutely no signs of modification. His body is unbelievably strong. Could that prophecy really be true? Uncle Tai, what prophecy? Nothing. If everyone coming from the same sect, all have bodies this strong. It looks like the order's strength has really increased. And it does have something to do with that person from 30 years ago. Liuli, where have you been these last few days? Aunt Hung. Little Liuli has gotten taller again. Who is this? Don't worry, he's from the same sect. Not one of the order. He's from the workshop at Feudy Peak. Yeah, that's right. It's been decades already. How come another one showed up? Where exactly is that place anyway? Even his clothes are so weird. Let's talk about it once we've settled this. Everyone's here. Let's get down to business. But he's fine. Let's begin. The Juding Council is demanding even more children this selection. Once every 3 years. Those bastards. This time, the order sees 27 kids from the lower district. The youngest is only 6. The day after tomorrow, they'll be sent to the imperial capital, Kyudeon in Skylark City. So many strange and extraordinary people. There's a legend in the martial world about meeting a true immortal after knocking on heaven's gate. Maybe it's not all made up. The world beyond is truly mysterious. Next episode will be even better. This time, the order captured 27 children in the lower district. The youngest is only 6. The day after tomorrow, they'll be sent to Kyudeon in Skylark City, the imperial capital. Kyudeon is just like the Abyssal Forge. Out of every 10 who enter, only 1 survives. Those who survive become deathsworn for the Juding Council. The weakest of them would still reach the spirit meridian level. But the dead won't even leave behind a whole body. We have to save these kids. I'm coming too. I can keep watch for you guys. Stay out of the way. Kids are always getting in the way. Don't mess up my plan. Fine, we'll just go play by ourselves. All right, let's get back to business. Here's the plan. You're so annoying. What's up with these bones?
Hey,
Do people from your place always stare so much? No. I'm just curious about the bones they wear. Oh. That's the mark of the Shigu League. Only the leader can carry 8 bones. The elders have 7. 6 means they're the head of a major city. Aunt Hong is a regional leader, so she carries 5. Everyone in Shigu League is a commoner from the Tianji Empire, or modified people abandoned by the empire. We all came together to overthrow the empire and create a fairer world. That's actually a lot like our beggars sect. But in our martial world, people usually don't get involved in government affairs. Beggars sect in the court? Beggars sect is the biggest faction in our place. Yeah. But Shigu League has always fought against Tianji Empire, so we're seen as rebels. We're always being hunted down. That's why those bones are kept hidden most of the time. They're only shown at gatherings like this. Those bones belong to our fallen brothers and sis.
Ters.
Each one has the name and age of the dead engraved. These are from Uncle Kijin and Aunt Shu. They both died protecting me. Zhao Qi was one of the kids the order picked last time. Uncle Tai and his team saved him. But when the order came after us, his family covered for me and they were all killed on the spot. This blood debt, I swear I'll get revenge myself. I'll help you. I'm an orphan. If it weren't for Uncle Tai and the others, I probably would have starved to death in the West Waste Desert. Enough about that. Let me introduce you to everyone. That's Aunt Hung. She was a slave in the Iron Ink City underground fighting ring. Her left arm was cut off for resisting the order. Old Cripple saved her and rebuilt her left arm with steel cables. She's amazing. We call her Aunt Tai. That big guy is my Uncle Tai number 2. His left arm is hydraulically enhanced. Just like you. He can crush rocks with ease. He's super strong. That's Ghost Bro. He isn't that much older than me, actually. Another orphan taken in by Uncle Tai. Everyone calls him Ghost Kid. His eyes are incredible. His name is Shun wants to get even lighter mechanical parts. He's the fastest runner. You can't hear him walking at all. He's best friends with Ghost Bro. They're always together. If he wants to kill someone, they wouldn't even know what hit them. Hey, Copperbone Comb is the toughest. His whole body has memory alloy blades implanted. Even chopping him leaves no mark. You're really a cheeky brat. Can you be quiet for a second? Next episode will be even better. Little brat. Can you be quiet for a moment? Don't be fooled by Uncle Tai always looking so fierce and intimidating. Like he's about to eat someone. Actually, he's just a stubborn old guy with a tough mouth but a soft heart. If it weren't for him, the rest of us would have died in some dark corner long ago. And me, this cripple, still has a stubborn life. The modifications on those guys were all done personally by Uncle Tai. It's just that we couldn't get our hands on high-end parts, and everyone's physical endurance is limited, so all these modifications come with flaws. They keep them stuck right at the threshold, making it hard to break through. What about you? What level are you at? Me? I'm just an ordinary person. I can't even reach the basic Ironbone rank. But Uncle Tai made me this. It can warn me if most mechanical modified creatures get close. This one is even more impressive. Inside, there's a net charged with high-voltage electricity. When danger comes, just throw it out. Forget Ironbone rank. Even Steel Pulse rank might not escape. As for this black one, Uncle Tai said unless it's life or death, absolutely don't use it. I don't even know what's inside. But Uncle Tai said if you use it wrong, it could cause major problems. Way more powerful than the hidden weapons from our place. Uncle Tai's skill is truly remarkable. Is there any way to ask Uncle Tai for advice? What I just told you on the cliff? That strange thing. If you have something to say, just say it. Senior, in my previous world, I saw an odd metal device. Inside it, how much did the power increase? Originally someone I wasn't a match for, but after wearing it, they could easily suppress me. That thing sounds a lot like a Tianyuan restraint device. Yeah, it's pretty similar, but it shouldn't boost power that much. A normal restraint device only boosts power by 50% at most. And it comes with side effects. Side effects. What do you mean? That device's blue gem is the core. The power comes from that. But if your body isn't up to standard, using it too long will scorch your nerve endings, causing permanent damage. According to what you said, then this thing is probably an improved Tianyuan restraint device. That's right. Looks like someone from our side made it to your world too. Breaker. Interesting. A mere mortal body able to defeat Ironbone rank. And even run across walls and rooftops. Seems the victor was right. I really underestimated him. Ying. Your Excellency, Bishop. We found the breaker. Victor wants him alive. It's been 30 years. Could that prophecy be real?
Mom,